Everyone, my name is Edie Nelson. I'm going to be with you today doing a paint and sip. I'm here with Colleen O'Day. She's doing the videotaping. Congratulations to Mrs Riker. You're having a baby soon, and the baby's Luna. So we're going to paint a painting with a moon. So I just want to make sure you're set up properly. You should have some light blue. Actually, I have 2 spoonfuls here. Some lavender, just a little bit of yellow, white, and then you're going to need a good amount of black, which I put in this little cup so it doesn't mix in with the other ones. Then you're going to need some water, so you should have a container with water, and 3 brushes, a big flat, kind of a medium, and then a small one with a nice little point to do details. All right, so we're going to get started, and the first thing I'm going to do is the moon. So over here you can see I have one already done. It's got a nice big moon. Now you can do this hand drawn, or you can take the lid of a coffee or the lid of a cottage cheese and put it right there and then draw around it with your pencil. So you should have a pencil handy. You can also use, let's see, I don't have one handy here, but you can also use cottage cheese. That's a little bit bigger than this. So that one's going to be a little bit bigger than this, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my circle. And by the way, for all of you that are very artistic, I always say in the beginning, you can paint whatever you want. You can go ahead with what I'm doing, or you want to adjust it and you want to kind of make your little additions or subtractions. Feel free. At least I don't mind you doing that, okay? So we want you to have fun here. So however you want to adjust is fine. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the medium brush and I'm just going to go in the white. Now I'm going to get the brush a little wet first. Oh, and I forgot to say, you should try to put a smock on, because although paint, they say, is water-based, that doesn't mean it's going to come off your clothes. So put on a smock, protect your clothes, and then we can get started. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put the white on here, and of course you can't really see it, but if you leave it alone, it's going to be noticeable. So I got a little bit too much water, so what you want to have is a paper towel handy, okay, and then you can blot on the paper towel. So just going to fill in that moon. Now, don't worry about the line. We're going to take care of that later. If you have any drips, though, you can always kind of wipe the canvas. Can you see me okay? Mm-hmm. You can just wipe the canvas a little bit. All right? Now, the next thing we're going to do, you can see around the moon, there's this little haze. So we're just going to put a little yellow around that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, you can take your small brush, and you're going to just put a little yellow. You can see you can kind of play around with your brush on here a little bit just to get the right amount. And then you can just go around that edge of the circle. And that's going to give you that nice little haze. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on this whole blue area here, okay? So we're going to do the black last, so we're going to work on the blue. So now you're going to take your big brush and we're going to do broad strokes in a circular fashion, all right? Because it's giving this illusion of the moon kind of shining out and making the light kind of go in that fashion. So we're going to just go around like this with our blue. Now what I did with this one was I kind of played around with the brush and the strokes and just kind of got a sense of movement in the paint. So that's why you want to do it in a circular way. In fact, it might be helpful before you start painting to kind of get your arm going, just moving your arm around. So you're just going to keep going around and around. You can add a little water. Okay. And you can go lighter if you want. If you add a little bit of water, it'll go thinner without dripping. So you can play around with that a little bit. You see how it got a little thinner? So I added water. And then it also shows the movement of the brush a little bit. So you're going to keep doing that. And we're going to just go all the way around, but now you can see over here, this is going to get covered, and this is going to get mostly covered. So you're going to keep going all the way around until you get to this bottom corner here. Okay?